Hello there. Welcome to Sister Sister on 97.3 Citi FM and Citi TV. My name is Jessica, your regular hostess for this relationship talk show. I have an all-female panel, and for the next approximately 60 minutes, we're going to be talking about, all the stuff that happens in relationships and proffering some advice, for people who might be in a dilemma. So stay tuned for that. The show is brought to you by Vodafone. It's also brought to you by Good Day Energy Drink. We'll be right back. All right, so let's say hello to our sisters. Of course, some of them joining me remotely and, well, one of them in studio with me. And I've got Gail. Hey, girlfriend, good to see you. What's going on?
Good to see you, too. I'm good.
Yeah, everything
Yourself?
all right? I'm all right. Can't complain. It's just been a long day, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, but you're still looking, like...
Thank you.
Should I say jazzed up?
It must be the green tea, man.
I think so.
Or maybe the Good Day Energy Drink.
Who knows?
Okay. It must be the Good Day Energy Drink. Anyway, so you've been good. Your week has been great.
Just one little family crisis that's just lingering on. Yeah, but
sorry to
it didn't happen to me though, but someone close to me, so I can't really talk about it. But
that's fine.
It's been emotionally hard.
Oh.
Yeah, but we have hope.
Yeah. Well, you're here, and that's a good thing.
Yes.
I hope you're able to sort it out soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me bring in Sabby all the way from Johannesburg. What's going on, Sabby?
Hey, beautiful. How are you doing?
I'm super. Can't complain, You look good yourself. What's new?
Good. I'm good. It's been an interesting week so far. There's a lot of new changes. It's what I love about life, forcing one to, get out of their comfort zone. Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, you're looking well. Olivia, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Can't complain. That's how you're sounding. Slow motion. Yeah. For a second. It's better now. Yeah, the family good as well?
Everyone's good, thank
Super
you.
stuff.
Excited to be here as always.
Great. We'll jump right in because people are waiting to hear from us, all right? So let me go right into our first message for the show today. It says, "Hi, sisters. I am not happy at home. I'm 25 and dating a man who's in his 50s. We love each other, but my parents don't support my decision because they say he is too old. He has never been married, and he's a true definition of a gentleman. How do I convince them to support my decision?" Yeah, that's our first message today. Olivia, let me come straight to you. I do find it a little interesting that a 50-year-old man has never been married. I mean, not to say none exist or there's anything wrong with it, but I just feel like it's interesting.
No, I know. It makes me wonder why previous relationships didn't quite work out and why he's where he is today. But hey, you never know. Maybe it took him a while to find his true love. But having said that, this young girl is going to be very difficult for your parents to accept that I understand that you're in love, and I understand that age is just a number. But I want you to put yourself in your parents' shoes. Imagine, because he's 50 now and you're 25, right? When he's 75, you'll be 50. So, sweetheart, it doesn't get any easier. Today you're in love. Today everything seems beautiful. It seems rosy. But when reality sets in, my dear, right now he's a perfect gentleman because, you're his little girl. You're 25 for crying out loud. He sees you as his little daughter. He'll be pampering you. He'll be showering you with gifts. I mean, it's expected of him. Okay, but the reality is that when you get pregnant today and you have a child today, he'll go into grandpa mode. I could be wrong, and I honestly this stand to be corrected. It's you wouldn't enjoy him to the fullest. Okay, I'm looking at a lot of Viagra pills here and there. I'm looking at a lot of you having to sustain the relationship, because sweethearts, you know, the older we get as women, Charlie, the sex increases. So it's like the demand is high. And you don't want him on Viagra pills 24/7, and he end up having a heart attack. And then I'm also looking at a scenario whereby when the kids are a little bit older, because when your kids are 10, he's going, is that grandpa coming? Or like, I don't know, like the reality for me is a bit daunting. And Charlie, anything can happen. Okay, touch wood. If we all go the same way we come in, okay, he's definitely going to die and leave you quite young. And what's going to happen from there? I just want you to sort of take a pen and paper, write out all the pros, and then sort of figure out what the cons are going to be, or what they look like in the coming future. Your parents love you to bits. They feel as though there's a right person out there for you, and maybe this person is just not that person. And I can understand them. So, and I can also understand you to some extent, whereby you're really in love. So in terms of convincing them, that one, dear sweetheart, you have to speak to them. You have to convince them. You have to get somebody else to let them, you know, appreciate where you're coming from. But it's not going to be easy, because they are parents, and because where they're coming from is justified. Okay, they're looking at your welfare, and it's just what the future looks like. Today you would not appreciate it. Today you cannot see it. But trust me, my dear, I don't know. It's going to be tough. But if by all means, find somebody who can speak to your parents to convince them that you love them. But it's going to be very tough. So just brace yourself and know that it will take time. Besides that, Charlie, some way. Okay.
Let me ask you this, Olivia. I mean, would you date a man who's 25 years older than you?
No. Because, you know, we're worlds apart. And he wouldn't find my jokes funny. Even with my siblings who are slightly older, who I am the oldest, right? And they're slightly younger. It's like the way their thought process is completely different. How I will expect that they react to certain situations, or maybe the urgency with which they would react to a particular situation, is not like that. They're very like laid back, nonchalant, like Charlie. And they're all into millennium kids. They're all into like selfies. And this girl, you're 25. You know, you're going to be into the whole social media thing, selfie thing. Maybe this guy is hip like that. I don't know. But Charlie, some way. I don't see, in terms of the generational gap thing, conversations, what would tickle me, it's not always about the love and romance. Okay, there are children who are going to be coming into this picture. A lot of things. And the older the men get, they're not as, you know, strong. Unless this guy is like perfect, he eats right, he knows what's up. You see what I mean? But either than that, Charlie, some way. If not, if this guy is definitely the same guy you want to hang out with, just pray for him. Make sure you're cooking for him right. Make sure he's exercising. Make sure he's eating what's right. He's got his iron up there, you know, the spices and stuff. You know, just, I don't know, do what you do. Spices. And just pray he lives long.
All right, Libby, we hear you.
Because this one is a clear case. This one is a clear case of kung fu and ninja. Two different worlds. But this one, he's ninja and he's kung fu.
I feel you. I feel you. Gail, weigh in on this for me, will you? Would you date someone who's 25 years older than you?
I don't have a problem with that. Because I think age is I don't want to sound cliche-ish, but I mean, like, age is nothing. What did they say? Age
just
is
a number?
A number. That's what, well, even though in certain areas, age is important. But when it comes to relationships, I think it goes beyond just someone's age. So look at everything she said about the guy, and the parents have only that issue, just their age. So if
because
everything,
he might as well be their age. You know what I mean? He sounds like he's their classmate.
Yeah, because if she's 25, then yeah. But you see, the thing is that I don't like the fact that parents like to interfere. There's nothing wrong with saying, oh, this is what I see. Because sometimes when you are involved in something, you don't really see, you know, exactly how things are. So those who are, you know, on the fence or the neutral people can see that, oh, there's something, you know, off here, or, you know, and they can advise you, but not to interfere and choose for you. You're an adult, you're above 18. So they shouldn't choose for you and just talk about something so trivial, his age. She said she likes the guy. Maybe she's compatible with the guy. Maybe the guy understands her. Well, you know, she's dated younger guys, because people think that age is about maybe because I'm 25, I should be with a 25-year-old guy. But the point is that it's about maturity as well. For you know, this 25-year-old lady is way more mature than her age mate. So she wants someone who is more mature, who can treat her like maybe a queen or something. Some of these younger guys, I mean, at her age mates will be still, you know, playing the fields and maybe still be in school, and mommy and daddy is choosing for them the same way this lady's parents are choosing for her. So who wants that? You see? So I feel it's not right that they interfere. It's not fair that someone says, I want this person. Okay, I tell you, give you my 2 cents on the situation, and she still says, I like the guy. Let her make her mistakes.
Even when you know maybe it might be like the biggest mistake of her life.
How do you know?
No, like because you just...
Because of his age. Right? Charlie, look at Reggie Rockstone. I mean, how old is he? He's still sexy. I find him sexy.
But his wife is close to his age.
Is she about 50?
She's close. You know?
But you see, as Olivia mentioned something briefly about that, if the guy takes his vitamins and whatnot. So if he's at that age, he works out, he looks good, he has the stamina to match her. Are we all reducing everything to just sex anyway? No. Yeah, compatibility, love language, and everything. And the lady says, this is what I want. Let her be.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair, because me, okay, I was going to say something, but it's too personal.
Okay, then maybe you shouldn't say.
It's too personal, and then maybe my family will eat me up. But I was going to talk about somebody who was 60, and he had kids with someone who was like 28. They had 2 kids before he died. And you can't say because someone is older, they're going to die before you die.
But you see what you said, though. He had 2 kids before he died. So where is the lady now?
I don't know.
She's not my probably friend. By herself, taking care of these kids.
Yeah, but at least they had 2 kids.
Yeah, but
or you know, maybe the younger guy wouldn't have given her kids, but the older man gave her kids. You can't reduce relationships to those things like that, like kids, age, because you can't tell. Somebody can be her age mate. They could be together for 1,000 years and never have kids. Yeah. And the lady might even, whoever, die and leave the guy. How can you tell that the man will die and leave because he's older? People live to 120 and things. How can you say that?
Yeah, what are the probabilities, though?
Oh, Charlie.
What's the probability that he will live to 120
well,
in today's
for
age?
me, okay, well, for me, I feel like let her choose what she wants. If she's with a guy for a bit and it's not working out, let her make her own decisions. We live only once.
Yeah, that's why if you see your child doing something wrong, you want to stop him.
Because he's older. That is the only thing.
That is a big deal, isn't it? You don't think?
No.
Okay, let me hear what Sabby has to say. No. Let me hear what Sabby has to say. Sabby, come through. 25 years.
I feel like this young lady has to think or ask herself a few questions. I think, at a certain point in our lives, we have to set boundaries. We have to make choices for ourselves. So she has to ask herself a few questions. Why is she with a 50-year-old? She also has to acknowledge that this might be different, but it's not necessarily wrong. She needs to look at the fact that she's making this decision to be with this guy for the right reasons. Also understand her parents' concerns and what they're based on, but remember that that's because they love her. Why is it that she would not prefer someone who's younger and someone that she can have a journey that she could live with and through? Also, one of the important things is, what is she getting out of this relationship with the 25-year age gap? And also interrogate in a healthy way why a man who is double her age wants to be with her. Why does she want to be with him? She needs to be able to ask not only herself these questions, but ask him these questions. And also just look at the fact that if she's going to be with this person, what does it mean for their future? Does she want children? Does he have children? She mentioned her parents, but how does his family feel about her? Does he have children? Sometimes we get so caught up in the romanticizing of a relationship that the last thing we do is what we should do in the beginning and understand where do we come from? What are our families? Do you have children? Is there respect? Why has he never been married? What does that look like? What is his past? And are you okay with the possibility of being a caregiver for this person who's going to be a husband in the next 20 years? If she can ask herself all these questions, and that is something that she's comfortable with, then that's something that she's going to have to live with. Because I also feel like the question that she's asking us is not something that we can answer for her. She's in the relationship. She's the one living this life. She knows where he's at now. She knows how strong he is. She knows where he is health-wise. She knows what it would mean to be with someone that her family doesn't agree with. What is it that you want? And how do you feel with having made this decision? Are you making this decision because you don't see the age and you see the man? He provides for you emotionally. You feel secure with him. You feel happy with him. You feel whole with him. You feel that this is someone that you can build a life with. Or is this just an exciting thing? I'll tell you now, at 25, I was still a hot mess. I'll tell you now, at 25, I was a hot mess. I was not close to knowing who the hell I was. At 25, I was playing the field. I loved having guys that were into me and just mess them up and play the game. I liked someone liking me, but not necessarily really liking them. I think that the first thing that needs to happen here is she needs to figure out, why is she in this relationship? And what is it that she wants? Because if she's saying this guy's never been married and he now wants to be with her, that's just telling me that he wants to go all in. And my question is she ready to go all in with him? Is she in the place, psychologically, mentally, physically, emotionally, to go in with this guy and to deal with all the things that come with being with someone who's 25 years younger? How long has she been with him? Has she seen his mannerisms? Is it a partnership? Or does he treat her like a baby? There's all of these things that need to be put in. And I think she's put all her eggs in one basket, which is mommy and daddy don't like him. But I want to know, besides mommy and daddy, where do you stand? And what does this look like? Have you investigated all the things that need to investigate? Are you okay with the fact that you might need to look after him? Are you okay with the fact that at some point, if he's the breadwinner now, that down the line you have to be a breadwinner? Are these the things that you put into place? Are these the things that you're thinking about now? Are you ready to deal with this? That's how I feel. I feel like she's not asking herself the pertinent questions. Whether we agree with this or not makes no difference. She's living it.
Yeah, I mean, and you just asked 1,000,001 questions, to be honest, and I love where this is going. There is a very highly, maybe should I say publicized, for want of a better word, celebrity marriage of a sort that we know about. Celine Dion and her husband, I think they were 28 years apart or so. And she loved him, from the get-go till the very end. And when he passed away, literally the whole world has seen her meltdown. She lost so much weight.
Yes.
That's beside the point. I'm just saying that, okay, yes, indeed, age is just a number. And if you found love in this guy who is twice your age, plus, because the message says he's over 50, right? So if you love this guy, we can't tell you what to do necessarily and how to proceed. We can only sort of point you in a direction and make sure that you ask yourself very important questions going forward. Your parents are concerned because I assume that this guy is in their age bracket. And I would be really upset, naturally be upset if an age mate of mine was trying to marry my child. Like, first question I'll ask is why?
Yes.
You know, so don't fret, don't be too concerned that, you know, or don't worry that your parents are asking questions. It's more coming out of concern and from a place of love.
Yeah.
You know, they want to be sure that you actually understand what it means to get married to a man who's 25 years plus older than you. So think through it. We're not going to tell you leave this relationship or go ahead. It's really your choice to make. And so think through it clearly and properly and make sure that you're making the right decision, because the consequences will be on your head.
What's that?
Let's read a couple of messages. So Vicentia sends one and says, you want advice to change your parents' mind and not yours? Madame, I would have advised you, but you've made up your mind. So, Kofi says, a true gentleman at 50 and never married? Ah, well. Junior says, Sikanti, you will never have peace. 50-25. What kind of ratio is this? Hamdi says, please don't follow your heart or his wealth. Listen to your parents because they know what they're saying. I'm 33 years old, but I'll never go for a 50-year-old man. So please think further into the future. Vincent says, my sister, this man can be your father. Moreover, your parents don't approve of your relationship with this gentleman, as you put it. Please think twice before you force your way into this marriage. Fafa says, did you sit down to ask yourself why he's still not married at 50? Wise up. Manuel says, this one be too sure, 25-50. You can make it 3 directs, 2-5-50. Okay, obviously you do the whole lottery thing a bit
terrible.
Too much. I see you. Bawa says, what's your motivation for wanting to marry someone old enough to be your dad? Why has this man never been married? Young lady, get yourself employed, earn money to cater for yourself, be independent, and now make your own decision if you really want to spend the rest of your life with a plus 50-year-old man. And those are a couple of your comments. I don't know what you watching and listening to us right now think about this particular message we've received. Your comments are welcome on 054-998-6996. And if you're watching from outside Ghana, prefix it with a country code +233. We'll go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Sister on Citi TV and Citi FM, brought to you by Vodafone and Good Day Energy Drink. All right, so next message says, hi sisters, hope you will be able to help me with my situation, hopefully. Now it says, I'm a 16-year-old teenager and I stay with my grandparents. My grandfather is 85. My grandma is 79. My grandmother uses a wheelchair for movement and her health is deteriorating little by little. The issue is, I don't know how to put this, but my grandparents are still having sex at their age. In my opinion, I don't think my grandma is in a good state to be engaging in sexual activities, especially almost every night. I love my grandma so much and I don't want her to die possibly from this. I don't think I can speak to her about this because I'm still young. Would it be okay to speak to my mom so she speaks to them? I really do not want to lose my grandma.
It's crazy.
I don't know what to think of this message. Kind of cute, but also like, which one be on? Someone's enjoying it. Savvy, let me come to you for this one. What's on your mind? What do you think? Grandma.
I'm very confused as to what things. Okay, so, you know, the thing about this, what we do, is we have to assume a lot of things, right? Because we're not there. And so I'm reading the tone of her message. And the tone of her message to me is she's making out her grandma to be a victim.
Right.
Okay. So my grandma is 79. My grandfather is whatever. She's in a wheelchair. And she does... So, but just because she's in a wheelchair does not mean she doesn't have hormones, that she doesn't want to have sex. And I feel like because she's an older woman, this granddaughter is now equating her, because she's an older woman, she's equating her grandmother to not having power, not having any autonomy, nor agency. She's seeing her as a weak invalid, right? And I personally don't think that is what it is. Had she said to me, my grandparents have had a stressful marriage, my grandfather was always mean or controlling, then I could say, okay, I see where this is coming from. But I almost feel like because of her own thought process and seeing this woman in a wheelchair and she's an invalid, you don't know what's going on between two married people behind closed doors. And if there's no mention of abuse, wheelchair or not, I have a feeling grandma wants to be a little bit freaky-dicky. Grandma wants to be a little bit freaky-dicky. She wants to feel that she's still a woman. Grandma's 79. What if she lives until she's 100? Mm-hmm. You say because she's in a wheelchair, she lives for the next 30 years, she can't be freaky-dicky. Come on, guys. Come on. We got to stop this. I don't know what it is about us, especially the Black community. It's almost like when we reach a certain age, how dare we be sensual creatures? How dare we still want affection? How dare we still want orgasms? And the bottom line is, for me, this story is more about the granddaughter's uncomfortability, because her mindset says, oh, no. She's an invalid. She's in a wheelchair. It's off. Time is up. No more sex. No more good times. No more nothing. You're a child, my baby. You're a child. Unless there's abuse in the home, these people still love each other, invalid or not. I can guarantee you that grandma at night is saying, come on, baby, give it to me. She's like, give it to me. I'm not dead. And so this is more about the granddaughter's uncomfortability than anything else. That's just my personal opinion. I promise you now, if I was in a wheelchair at 79 and I still had my faculties, give it to me.
Love you, Sabby. Totally, I tell you. All right, Gail, come on in, Charlie. Talk to me.
But how did she know, the girl? Is she like snooping around, or is she
I don't know. Maybe they're loud.
Oh my God! I mean, I love this couple, man. Because see, a lot of people, when they're together for a while, you get bored with each other, But at this age, and they are still,
going at it.
Charlie. And did sex ever kill anybody? I never heard of sex killing anybody.
Well, I know it takes them to the ER. But
so I don't know. Like Sabi said everything. Like if she wants it, I don't think he's raping her or anything like that. I mean, they've been married, so I think she wants it. Because if anything, I'm sure grandma would have said something to maybe her or her daughter, who is the girl's mom, and say maybe I don't like what maybe your father is doing or something, but nobody's complaining to anybody. So why does she feel she has to interfere and go and tell her mom to do what? Stop them from expressing their feelings for each other. Really? Because I think that aside sex, what else? And food. I mean, what else are the best pleasures of life? I mean, add something else.
Don't look at me. I'm not even here.
She should let them be. Maybe she'll get a few tips from them, I think. I mean, she's still young now, but she can ask questions, ask grandma, how come, maybe she can't bring it up.
That's the thing.
Yeah, to ask them, I hear you guys all the time, and maybe how is it that you guys are still,
But she's only 16.
Yeah, so it'll be hard for her to ask how come the two of you still
they might not
want each other, But they too, they should know that there's a kid in the house, like
small.
Yeah, I mean, they should tone it out a bit, or when she's not around. So, like as Sabi said, I think it's just about her being uncomfortable. Maybe they are too loud and all of that. But aside that, I don't see anything wrong.
Right.
So I don't know how they can do it. Maybe they can find a way to just tell them to tone down the noise or whatever to make the girl feel a little bit, comfortable. If they can do that.
Maybe she can drop hints to her mom.
Or something, yes. And then maybe so that the grandma doesn't also feel like embarrassed or something. It's a very sensitive, topic. But I mean, But they should by all means, Charlie, continue.
Keep going.
Continue till they enter the grave. You know, yeah.
We should give them some good day energy so
You know.
they can get more energy.
I tell you, I love them, man.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff. All right, Olivia, you have the final word on this matter.
I've been itching. Oh my goodness, what an amazing way to retire.
Yeah.
Like all you do is do your husband, eat and sleep. Like Charlie, that's like heaven on earth. I am so inspired by these couple. Like this couple, you have no idea. Sweethearts, do you know what you can do? Leave grandma and grandpa to just chill, to just be, to just do each other. You know what? Take your phone, put some music on and stick in your headphones, put it in your ears and just chill. You know why grandma probably can't work? Because grandpa has been keeping her busy all night, you know, and she's not complaining. Like, sweetheart, leave them to be. Leave them to be. Enjoy each other. It's such a beautiful thing in such a beautiful way. You know, how much more time do they have on earth? I'm sure that they're even looking forward to doing it after death. Because to have a beautiful relationship like this, a marriage like this, and retire like this, Charlie, it's a beautiful thing. What you could do is to rather get some tips. Don't talk to mommy about it. Don't talk to daddy about it. Put earpiece in your phone and allow them to just chill. If I were you, I'd rather be worried about grandpa because I don't know how grandpa is doing his thing.
Every day.
Because grandpa has everything going on. Go, grandpa. Like, Charlie, I'm so proud of grandpa. But you know, then again, you know, those grandpas, like for instance, these grandpas, they've probably been eating properly. You know, they have their contemporary, their body, they're eating their body, and stuff. Hey, Charlie, I need to know the secret because Charlie, this one day, I have to join the party. Hey, so you know what? I think you need to be happy for your grandparents. You really do need to be happy for them and just let them be. Don't go discussing it with anybody. Just take an earpiece, like I said, put it in your ears and just chill, okay? And pray for them. And hopefully, I know you're young, so for instance, like right now, it's all like doing your head in. But you know what? It will surprise you to know that if you end up going to report to mommy and daddy, grandma and grandpa, now they'll do it with the door open. Because it reminds me of a friend of mine back in London. We were chatting. Okay, we were chatting, and this girl was at home for the longest time. She was about 26. So there was this day she came back from work, and then mommy and daddy thought that, oh, their daughter had gone to work, so definitely she wasn't coming back home. So mommy and daddy, they were at it, so they were tired of the room. So they decided to do it on the step. And daddy was busy at it from a weird position, and this girl literally opened the door, and her eyes just went straight, and you think that they would stop. They lifted their heads up, looked at her, and continued. That the girl was out of the house.
I'm sure she was traumatized.
Traumatic.
Oh boy.
Traumatized. But basically, it's like, you know, couples are allowed to enjoy each other, and if you feel like you're in this stage, just, you know, let them be and let them enjoy it. Love is a beautiful thing. You hardly get these things like this. So just let them be and enjoy life. You might learn a thing or two from them.
Right. Okay. So I mean, I hear everything you ladies have said, but I'm just my thoughts just went here for a second. What would make this 16-year-old feel like grandma is being maybe tortured or bothered? I'm hoping that it's not something that they saw
Or heard
that made her, like, this person feel this way.
Yes.
Because it's rather strange. Like,
because as Sadie said,
yes, if
seems to be
your
worried about the
grandparents,
grandmom.
absolutely, if your grandparents were in love with each other and all over each other, you shouldn't be worried about something like that.
No, she said because she's working with a stick, maybe. What do you think?
Well, maybe, you know, the whole thing of her being in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it's a wheelchair.
But what if, I'm just asking.
Something else.
You know, so it's a bit, with just this thought, I'm wondering if we're not just
excited about just the freaky part and not really concerned.
It's crossed my mind. It's crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But, you know,
but
hopefully
if she's
everything
heard
is
something
fine.
or saying something, then by all means she can talk to her mom about it. If it's something beyond
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You know?
What she could probably do is to ask her mom indirectly, to ask grandma whether grandma is actually okay, because sometimes she feels like sometimes the way grandma sounds from her room, she doesn't also want to barge in to sort of interrupt their privacy, but she wants mommy to check in on grandma just to make sure grandma is okay and there's nothing wrong with her. Yeah. And maybe ask grandma what is usually causing her hips to hurt a bit or something.
Of course, you had to go there, Olivia. You had to go there. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, my 16-year-old friend, I think your grandparents are fine. But if you have any cause to be concerned, maybe you should find a way to let your mom know that, and for starters, I'm a little worried that you are aware, you even have their schedule. Like, are you deliberately looking out for it, or like, I think you're 16 years old. What you should be focusing on is your studies, advancing yourself. Life is, trust me, there is such a big, long life out there waiting for you. No idea. You have no idea. You haven't even started, so yeah, maybe you want to channel your energy elsewhere. Anyway, thanks for messaging the show. We appreciate it. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, more of your messages. Welcome back, Sister, on Citi TV and Citi FM. Remember, your comments are welcome. 054-998-6996. We have another message here. Rather lengthy, but indulge me. It says, hello, Jess. I'm desperately in need of advice from you and your sisters because I'm at a point where I literally am ready to commit murder. Pardon me for my long submission. I'm Jeffrey. I live in Canada. I was in a long-distance relationship with my ex for 4 years. Now, though it was a long-distance relationship, I tried my very best to ensure that our relationship was on the right track. When we were dating, I visited Ghana every 3 months just to be with her. I was able to secure a visa for her so she could also visit me in Canada. We had a very loving relationship until out of the blue, she asked for a breakup and I was devastated. I pleaded with her to give me another chance if I had wronged her unknowingly. She said I had done nothing wrong and that she just was not interested in the relationship any longer. I contacted her sister, asked her to plead on my behalf, but to no avail. I took it hard, but respected her decision and moved on. We broke up in 2016, so I decided to remain single, so I'll be able to concentrate on my studies. I was a student pilot back then, and I had just under 22 months to pass out as a commercial pilot. I'm now 33 years old, gainfully employed with a reputable airline and ready to settle down, but my ex won't let me breathe. She's already caused 2 breakups, and I'm not willing to let her cause a 3rd one. She reached out to me for months now, trying to get back with me. I've told her in no uncertain terms that I'm no longer interested in her after all these years, but she will not listen. She's been posting old pictures of our time together on social media, especially on Facebook and Instagram, tags me, captions them to make it look like we're still together, which led 2 wonderful ladies to break up with me because they thought I was involved with another woman. I blocked her everywhere I could, thinking that would make her stop. But she continues to post photos and tags my friends, which automatically appears in my timeline. I've warned her several times without number to stop messing up my life, but it keeps getting worse. She says all she wants is a reunion with me and believes that we're meant to be together, hence she will not give up on me that easily. I want to confront her, and considering how angry I am, I might turn physical because I've had it up to my neck. Please advise me, Jessica. How do I solve this issue because this witch is driving me nuts? Whew. Ooh. Okay. Olivia, coming to you. Talk to me.
Wow. So, sweetheart, you know what? Don't allow this girl to take the better out of you. Don't make her turn you into something that you're not. And I don't like the fact that you're talking about getting so angry that you might do something. Today, there's been such terrible news. There's always such terrible news about abuse and stuff like that. And you're not like that. So just be you. Now, moving on, okay, I think that it's very important every time you begin a relationship to let your partners know ahead of time that this was what your past used to look like. This girl is haunting you. She's been such a nightmare. Give them, just like you've explained things to us, for us to understand you here and now. That's the same way you need to explain to a potential partner, a potential wife. Let them know that this is the history and this is what has happened. So when they see a message pop up on Facebook, they know. Okay, but if you don't let them know, and then all of a sudden there's some girl who is popping up stuff on your timeline, then it's like, oh, hold on, like what's going on? Because, however you want to look at it, people are constantly healing. Whoever it is that you decided to be in a relationship with, you don't know how many relationships they've been in. You don't know how their hearts have been broken. And every time this thing happens, it will be like a reality check for them, whereby they start wondering, okay, can I trust you or can I not? And now people don't have time. People are in a hurry to love and to be loved in return. So this girl has no right to do these things to you, to make you feel like this, to make you feel agitated. So you try to block her as many times. What she wants is your attention. Sweetheart, trust me, the day you get married, I think that will be the end. Don't give her your attention at a time of day. Don't give her the attention she's so desperate for. What I will do if I were you is to completely ignore her. She wants your attention. Don't give it to her. She doesn't deserve it. Focus on building new relationships. Focus on a new relationship. Focus on giving it 110, being as transparent as you can, as possible. And let whoever it is who is coming into your life know exactly what happened. And then it will help define things better in the future. And then their confidence in you will be guaranteed. And constantly let the person you're in a relationship know that you can be trusted. Be an open book to them, talk to them a lot more, and secure, ensuring that your relationship is the best. Okay, so once you do that, Charlie, it's like you're focused, you're moving on with your life, because now every time you get angry and you respond, she's like, yes, I finally have your attention. Yes, yeah, definitely mine. She's probably sending you text messages, doing this to irritate you and to anger you. Don't give her the time of day or the luxury. She would continue. Focus on your life. Focus on doing better for yourself. Focus on getting that right, perfect fit for yourself and move on. With time, she'll realize that, Charlie, what she's doing now is not getting the effect she's looking for. And I think you can take it from there. Don't invest your energy in getting upset. I don't think she's worth it.
Right.
I don't.
And certainly not for you to commit murder as well. That will be the worst decision you'll ever make. Gail.
This lady sounds deranged, like depressed, manic, all those, words. It's like, and now whatever she's doing is also pushing you almost over the edge. And so I think I will not even ask you to go near her, because from the way you're sounding, it's like you're so upset and actually talked about committing murder. Who knows what's going to happen when you see her like physically. So what I think is that I think this lady needs help. From the way she's sounding, because someone has said, I don't want you. You are tagging him everywhere. He blocked you. Now you're going through his friends. So it's like, I don't think she's even aware of what she's doing. It's like, I have to get this guy back. For whatever reason, I don't know, because you broke up with a guy out of the blue without any, what do you call it? Like any tangible reason, like you told a guy. So suddenly you want to get back to him. I have a feeling she's that type of people who just feel they need to be attached to somebody. I don't know, because maybe you broke up with a guy for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe the distance, but he said he was visiting you. He got a visa for you. Yeah, and he got a visa for you to come see him. So I think to him, he did his best to make sure you guys spend time together, and out of the blue, you didn't want him. I don't know why maybe she felt they were not connected. I don't know. So it's hard to really come from that angle. Yeah, but you've left. It's been how many years? You did whatever I said. Now suddenly, this guy hasn't changed. He's not grown any horns. He's not changed from what you knew him. So how come you now want him back? So I feel like it's beyond wanting him. I think I don't know, maybe she feels...
I think she met someone else.
Maybe, and then it didn't work out. So she's like, okay, let me just... Some people, when they break up with you and they want to get back to you, it's not because it's you. It's because someone...
disappointed them.
Yes, so like, hey, this is my fallback guy or something. Let me just go back. Because sometimes when they get back to you, they still do the same things they do. And you're like, why are you back?
Right.
What are you back here for? So I think maybe she's sick. There's really something, because I'm looking beyond just wanting the guy back. He doesn't want you anymore.
Right.
Look at what he called. He called her a witch. So that tells how much like you've gotten under his skin.
Right.
Do you want to date somebody who feels that way about you? I don't think so. You are still not thinking. I think she needs help. I don't know. There's something wrong with her somewhere. So if I were the guy, don't go near her. You've known her for too long enough. Maybe you know her parent. Or someone who you think can take care of that. That's not his business, but he could go and tell them that this is what she's doing, making things uncomfortable for him, because there's nothing he can do to stop her, even if he gets married. If she still wants to come after him, come after his new partner, she can do that. People do all kinds of crazy stuff just to say, hey, if I can't have you, nobody else can. So he needs to nip that thing in the bud. Talk to her parents or whoever can take care for help. He needs to sort that one out.
Right.
Because whether you get married, that one there, so what? You married, you didn't go and live in space. You're still on the planet, right? So he needs to take care of that. He has to. Now she's going through his friends.
Right.
I'm even scared sitting here.
Yeah,
it's scary.
It's creepy.
It's creepy. People do all kinds of... You hear people kill people just because, hey, I mean, like, what's this guy's name? O.J. Simpson? You know, someone else had... People do crazy stuff. He shouldn't take it lightly. No.
All right, Sabby, what do you think about this particular message?
Jeffrey, I want you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. And I want you to reframe how you see the situation. And what I mean by that is work on changing how you see the situation. Right now, this woman has control over your thoughts, over your joy, over your feelings. You did everything according to what you wrote to us, so we can only go according to what you wrote to us. You saw her every 3 months, you got the visa. The assumption is, had this relationship continued, this would have been someone you married. She made the choice. No one put a gun to her head. She made the choice that she did not want to be with you anymore. I want you to understand that you are dealing with a desperate individual. A desperate individual where life has showed her flames. Has showed her flames, and now she's trying to go back to what she feels and what she felt was a great guy and a great relationship. She will not take no for an answer because she feels you are her last hope. You're dealing with a desperate individual. But understand something. The same way that you have written everything that you've written to us, what you did, how you felt about her, and she left you. All you have to do to sort this problem out is from the moment, as the ladies have said, from the moment you meet somebody else that you're into, be transparent and tell the truth. Listen, I have the situation. I dated a guy for 10 years. At least 3 to 4 times a year, he posts my picture on Facebook. He writes about how much he loves me. He's even written, "This is my wife." What? And in the beginning, my friends would be like, "What the hell, Sabi? Like, tell us, who the hell is this?" But at this point, I was like, calm down. He's a psycho. He's probably broke. He's out of money. He's trying to find a way back. He probably doesn't have a place to live. So just know, if you see anything on my page that comes from this nigga, he a liar. So nobody else. I mean, there was something, I think, a few weeks ago. He tags me. I don't respond. It doesn't bother me because I understand about what I'm dealing with. I understand. The same person who tags me just had twins. Same guy I'm talking to you about had twins 2 months ago with another person. What?
Wow.
And so it's very simple. Don't be emotional about this. Talk to your friends and talk to the woman or the woman that you meet about it. People that understand you and love you will believe you. Keep it moving. Don't respond to her. Don't answer her. Listen, that's why we have block. Just block every time, new number, block. Every time, block. What she does has nothing to do with you. Let me tell you something. We as human beings have our own agendas when we come out into this world. You can either engage in it or you can't. You want to be happy. From what I'm reading about you, you want to be happy. When you love, you're attentive, you're engaging. So just be very transparent with the next woman you meet. Let them know what's going on. If you're even luckier and she has sent you messages, you've got proof. And I'm not saying you have to prove because you're a bad guy, but if someone doesn't know you, right, they have to feel confident in the relationship. So if you've gotten SMSs or messages from her, show that. Don't engage with her. Don't be mad. There's nothing to be mad about. You're dealing with a desperate person who wants to live in Canada and be with a person who's willing to just be with you even if she's no longer in love with you. Because let me tell you something. After all these years, this chick doesn't know you, nor is she in love with you. But life has kicked her in the ass. So now she's going, woo, let me go to what I know, and I'm actually going to force him and make him love me again. And so you keep on giving her the ammunition she needs. Just ignore. I'm telling you about something that I go through every 3 months, like clockwork. It's okay. Don't worry about it, my brother. Just keep doing you. Don't respond. Meet the love of your life. Let them know what's going on and keep it moving. You're in 2 different countries. She's just trying to weigh you down. Keep it moving. You're okay. You're okay. You're dealing with a psycho who's probably just desperate. Whatever she does is whatever she does. It has nothing to do with you. Keep it moving. But don't get yourself into a place where now you want to be violent or you want to do things. How is she affecting your life? Yes, she's got stuff on social media. She's tagging your friends. But other than that, how is she affecting your life on a daily basis? Keep living your best life. You did everything you could in that 4 years to be with her. She made a decision. And so now you're making yours.
Very well said. Sometimes it can be very disconcerting when you have someone like that in your life, who wouldn't take no for an answer and would pester you with incessant calls and messages.
Visits.
I've had to change my phone number once.
Wow.
Trust. Like it is so not a cool position to be in. So I understand his frustration, but let me piggyback on what Sabi said and re-echo that because I believe in that too. You can't control what happens around you to you, but you can control how you
respond to it
and respond to it. You understand? So I'm with Sabi when she says, you know what? Just ignore, like move on. That shit sailed a long time ago, and you shouldn't let it still influence your future. So my guy, just calm down and ignore her completely. If she adds you on some number, block her. Adds you on Telegram, block her. WhatsApp, block her. SMS, I mean, wherever you can block, just become the king of blockers. Email, block her, put her on spam. Like it's really not that deep, and move on, because you're a good guy, man. So I'm sure there are women watching the show right now who are like, ooh, pilot and all that. Like,
so what if she gets violent? How about that?
How? She's in Ghana. He's in Canada. Violent.
She's never going to come home?
Oh, Masa, forget that thing. He can report her to immigration and make sure that she has never even stepped foot in Canada, if assuming she has the option to. Yeah. Right? So, calm, my brother. No need to go to jail, commit murder for this person. Totally not worth it. Totally not worth it. We'll end the show here tonight. Ladies, it's been great. Love it. Gail, Olivia, Sabi, too much love. Yes. Too much love. Sending big hugs from where I am as well.
Hugging you right back.
And thank you to our sponsors, Vodafone and Good Day Energy Drink, for bringing us another exciting edition of the show. Don't forget, if you have questions you'd like to send to the show, you can send it via email to jessica@citifmonline.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.